You're closing your laptop at 9:12 p.m., already thinking about dinner when the message arrives. It isn't unusual to get late emails. Your job is paperwork, after all. Compliance forms, identity verification, routine approvals for people who want to travel legally. You work for a mid-tier immigration consultancy that helps clients navigate visas and residency permits. Nothing glamorous, nothing dangerous. Just forms, signatures, and government portals that crash at the worst possible moment. The subject line reads, "Urgent, system override required." You assume it's a technical glitch. You reopen the laptop, log back into the secure portal, and see a pending application flagged in red. The system says the identity record has already been verified by a senior officer. That makes no sense. You are the senior officer on duty. There is no one above you at this hour. You open the file anyway. The applicant's name is unfamiliar. The nationality listed is plausible. The supporting documents are perfect, too perfect. Every field is complete, every signature properly formatted, every database check returning clean results. You have reviewed thousands of applications and you know the pattern of real documents. Real paperwork has friction, typos, delays, inconsistencies that require follow-up emails. This file has none of that. You scroll down and notice the override code. It belongs to your supervisor. Your supervisor died 3 months ago. You stare at the screen longer than you should. Your first instinct is to report the anomaly. That is the correct procedure. That is what the manual says. But procedure requires escalation, and escalation means delays, and delays mean accountability. You will have to explain why you didn't notice sooner, why the system allowed unauthorized access, why a dead man's credentials are still active. Then your phone rings. Unknown number. You consider ignoring it, but the timing is too precise. You answer. A calm voice greets you by name, not your full name, the shortened version only your colleagues use. The voice explains that the application on your screen must be approved immediately. No investigation, no delay. You start to ask questions, but the voice interrupts with information you didn't expect to hear. Your home address, your parents' names, your younger sister's university schedule. The voice does not threaten you directly, it simply lists facts. You understand the message. You click Approve. The system processes the application in less than 2 seconds. A confirmation number appears. The file disappears from the queue. Your phone line goes silent. You sit there for a long time, staring at the empty screen. 3 days later, a courier delivers a sealed envelope. Inside is a new application file and a handwritten note. You did well. We have more work. You open the file. This time, you approve it without hesitation. Within 6 months, you no longer wait for courier deliveries. You receive encrypted messages through a private network installed on your laptop. The instructions are precise. Verify identities, process documentation, route approvals through secondary channels. Each request arrives with a deadline measured in hours, not days. Each completed task is followed by a deposit into an offshore account opened in your name. You try to ignore the money at first, but the balance grows. 10,000, 50,000, 200,000. Eventually, curiosity overrides denial. You log into the account and confirm the numbers are real. That is the moment you realize this is no longer coercion alone. It is a business. You begin studying the system more carefully. You learn how passports are issued, how citizenship records are archived, how border databases communicate across countries. You map vulnerabilities the way a mechanic maps weak points in an engine. At first, you follow instructions, then you start making suggestions. You recommend routing applications through smaller jurisdictions where oversight is minimal. You design workflows that reduce approval time from weeks to days. You create templates that mimic official government formatting with near-perfect accuracy. Each improvement makes the operation more efficient. The messages change tone. They become less like orders, more like negotiations. You are no longer just processing identities, you are engineering them. 1 year after the first phone call, you attend your first in-person meeting. The man waiting inside does not introduce himself. He slides a folder across the table. 10 identity profiles. These clients need travel documents within 14 days. You flip through the pages quickly. These are not tourists, not business executives, not refugees. These are criminals. weapons trafficking, financial fraud, organized theft. You ask the only question that matters. What happens if they get caught? The man answers without hesitation. They won't. You accept the assignment. 14 days later, all 10 passports are delivered successfully. The operation expands. You hire your first assistant. You build a network. You manage contacts across countries. Within 3 years, you control a system capable of moving people across borders faster than government can track them. Your reputation spreads. People stop asking for your name. They use a title instead.